Hi guys, welcome back to my garden. Now today I have a lot of things to show you today, and if you're new to my channel, this is Kim's Homestead Living. It's all about growing your own food as much as possible. You can't grow everything, but grow what you love, especially vegetables. Those are very easy to grow and maintain. So I'm starting off my garden tour with my cayenne pepper. Are you seeing those? Those are my cayenne pepper. So I have them in pots, and as you can see, it has a lot of blossoms, and this one is loaded with cayenne pepper. So I've tasted it while it's green. It's mild, not very hot, but I'm almost certain when they get red, it will be hot. So this is where I'm starting from. Right here, I have my tomatoes, and they are looking good. I picked quite a few, and it still has blossoms on it, so hopefully soon. Oh, look at that. Can you see that? That is some cherry tomatoes, some small tomatoes that I have there. Let me tell you, I planted like probably 4 variations of tomatoes, and I don't know which is which. I just know that I planted them. Alright, so coming here in my very first garden tour, you would have seen my cabbage. This is them now, and they're all folded, and it is tough. It is ready to be harvested, and that's a video I'm going to show you another time when I'm harvesting my cabbage and other vegetables from the garden. Now, oh yes guys, that's a very handy thing to have when you're doing your garden, your water pan. So handy. And right here I have my celery. It is looking so green and luscious. It loves water, it loves the sun, and it loves the natural fertilizer. So that's my celery. So I just watered them, and they're looking so good. Alright, so the place is a bit bushy. I did a lot of work today in terms of weeding out the area, because it was so bushy. So what you can see here, it's looking very clean. Trust me, it was a lot of weeds, a lot of bush. Alright, so let me go around this side before I go down into that passage. Right here I have my struggling Brussels sprout, and when I say struggle, the caterpillar just keep attacking them, but they're doing good. The stems are fine, because you know the Brussels sprouts, they come out of the stem, so they are like tiny cabbage. Right here I have kale, and these are my red Russian kale, and they're looking good. I planted out those recently. You would have seen me preparing some beds in the previous video, digging it and spreading some sulfate in ammonia, which is nitrogen fertilizer. And then on the opposite side, oh, let me just get a better view. On the opposite side right here, I have my Chinese cabbage, and they are looking good as well. So what I did to most of my plants just now was to put some manure on top of the soil, so you know when it gets a good rainfall, it's just going to beat down all the nutrients down into the soil, which the roots will in turn feed on. So that's them right there. Alright, so we're going past the Brussels sprouts. Oh, eggplant guys, oh my god, I'm not sure if you can see the blossom. Oh, my eggplant, one of them. It's 2 plants. Oops, trying to fix the camera. 2 plants. The flowers look so beautiful. So I have 2 plants. I'm seeing blossom. That's good. Hopefully I can get one. And I have my tiny little zinnias right there. I'm learning to appreciate flowers, you know, even though yes, it's all about growing food, but they contribute somewhat to the garden. So these are some tomato plants. I have two tomato plants here, and I have my big basil. Plus I have several of them in and around the yard. And right here I have my rosemary. The last time you would have seen it, it was small, but now it's way bigger, like probably 4 times the size. Tomato, I have tomato on the tree. My collard greens are looking good as well. I just trimmed them a bit. I gave my chickens some. They love their greens. Yes, I have my scallion here, some weeds in and around it, but it's still looking good. I have my arugula that I'm allowing to bolt, so I just have quite a few of them. Onions, I have reaped quite a few onions, and there's one here. Let me go in close. Right, that I will be harvesting a few days from now, and as I said, I will be showing you a video on my harvest. That's another small patch of onion. Alright, and these are my collard greens. Are you seeing the size of these? They're amazing. Yeah, you're seeing all the holes in them? Caterpillars. Yeah. And I have these are my beautiful blossoms from my red romaine lettuce. I'm allowing them to bolt. And the reason why I allow some of my plants to go to seed, it's because it prevents me from buying more seed, because they're not cheap. This is my sunflower. I'm going to pick that shortly. I picked quite a few and they're drying. Alright, so more basil right there. And right here, to be honest guys, I know I planted Brussels sprout and cauliflower. I think this little patch here is mixed up, so it could be both of them there or one of them, I'm not sure. But anyway, all right, so here guys, I have my beautiful patch of string bean. Let me go in and show you what's going on. Are you seeing those string beans? Yes, and that's just a small patch. That is just a small patch. All right, so coming down the line, I have more arugula from the old first crop that I planted. I give my chickens these. They love the vegetable, so I feed them that occasionally. Yes, I do buy bag feeding for them, but I realize that they produce eggs like way quicker, way faster with the vegetables that I give them. And as I say, I have basil in and around my garden. They can be planted close to different type of crops. Now right here I have, who can tell me what this is? My little carrot patch. It is so small, but I just can't wait on the day to harvest these carrots. In the first or second video, I think I showed you when they just started to sprout. Look at them now, and I see a little tiny baby carrot right there. Oh my god. So probably within a month or so I should be harvesting. All right, so right here I have my butter crunch lettuce. They are going to seed. As I said, I allow some of them to go to seed because they will give me more seeds. Yeah, that's the whole point, right? I have more tomato plants here. Then over here I have my beautiful patch. Let me see if I can get a better angle. My beautiful patch of pak choy. Lovely, right? All right, so moving on from that. Oh, and my little rosemary. propagate and sell quite a few of my rosemary, mint, and oregano, among other things. I can't even remember, but I do sell my herbs. I sell my trees, like my pear tree, my Jamaican apple, OTET apple. So this is my mother mint. This is a broadleaf mint or perfume mint, Jamaicans may call it. All right. Oh, hope I'm not going too fast for you guys. All right, so in my first or second video, I planted quite a few sweet pepper, the regular sweet pepper and the yellow banana pepper. Now I lost quite a few of them, but these plants that survived, they are producing, which I'm grateful for. So that's a banana pepper right there. As it gets bigger, it will get yellow. And I have the regular ones here. They are looking good. All right, so they went through a bit of a struggle. Right here in my last video, I had Chinese cabbage in this patch. Now I have more colored greens. I recently planted them and they are just blowing up. And I have basil beside them as well. More colored greens. This is my mulberry tree. I planted that. I bought it. All right, so here I didn't get to start weeding out this section as yet, but this is my other kale patch that I just started. So as you can see, I have quite a few kale here. I have my June plum over there. Yeah, I have quite a few kale coming down the line. So this is the next section I need to take care of. Trust me guys, it takes a lot to run a homestead. Oh, why am I forgetting my, what you call this now, sweet potato patch? It's growing a lot of bush. I'm just hoping I will get something from it when it's time to harvest, because it's my first time planting it. So yeah. Oh, this is my Chinese cabbage that I'm allowing to bolt. The caterpillars are just eating away the pods, but they're coming. Those are the pods. They're so tiny. All right, so coming from there, I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Oh, my mint still looking good. My cane patch looking very good. I give it the cow manure and everything too. Right over here, it's my lemongrass or fever grass, Jamaicans would call it. All right, so moving on quickly, I do have quite a few things right here. This is my second patch of red romaine lettuce. I planted these out about like 2.5 weeks ago, and this is how they're looking now. And I do sell my produce as well. Yes, so I'm a very small scale farmer, but I'm maximizing on my space. Now this special vegetable I have here is called rhubarb. I did not feature it in my previous video, but I'm featuring it now because it has grown. When I tried germinating the seeds, it took a while for them to germinate, and I'm just loving it. It's 3 plants, but the third one is just in the middle of the 2 of them, so I'm hoping it will push up and grow as well. Yeah. Oh, another mint right here. And I have patches of string bean in and around, because you know, if you plant a lot of beans in your garden, it provides nitrogen and other nutrients to your soil. My kale patch is looking beautiful. I've harvested quite a few and sold them as well. Right here is my tomato disaster. I'm not sure what's going on here, but this little patch here was not getting enough sunlight, so it didn't produce a lot of tomato, but I did harvest a few, and a couple more is there to be harvested, so I'm grateful. All right, moving on. My chickens, look, this is something new. They have a house. My husband built them a house to keep them warm, because where I am, the time is cold. The place is cold right now, so they are producing, I'm not sure if I can zoom in. All right, eggs, can you see that? Eggs, right? All right, so from that now, I have my onion looking good. Also, my sweet pepper now, they have been producing quite a few, and I've gotten some decent size comparing to the last time I showed you them, and they're looking good. My other onion patch, and this is a romaine lettuce that I got, and I realized it started to bolt, so I just took out some of the leaves and I just planted it back, and it just started growing just the same. So it's going to bolt. I want the seeds, so that's why I did that. Pepper plant over here is my little thyme patch, and I just planted some scallion right there, so I have the red and white one. So all I did was to buy them from the market, cut them off, and just put them back in the dirt and water it, and I'll just have unlimited scallion. That's just an easy way to have endless food supply. Now I'm excited to show you this area. Oh my god, my newly made bed. It took a lot of work. My husband worked on it so much. I'm grateful, because this place was bush, but it's now an area where I can grow food, which I'm grateful for. So in here I have probably 3 variation of lettuce. I'm seeing some that I didn't even buy, so you know the seeds can get mixed up, because look at this one. I'm not sure what type of lettuce that is, but it's lettuce. But I have several other types. Well, can I remember the names? Iceberg, between iceberg, butter crunch lettuce, and the list goes on. And I have more arugula right here, looking good. Arugula. Over here I have Swiss chard. I mentioned earlier on that my broccoli and Brussels sprout, they're all mixed up, and I'm yet to identify them, so that's probably one of them. I have a little patch of celery here, and 3 thyme plants, and I have some basil back there, and yes, this is it. Whoa, it's a lot more than the last time, and I intend to keep it that way, because it's food not just for me, but my family, my friends, because I do share what I grow, right? I mean, what's the point in growing this much? You share it, my chickens enjoy it. It cuts down on buying the feed for them, right? So to end my video, I thank you for sticking around, watching this video right throughout. I hope it would have encouraged you to start growing something, because as you can see, I do use containers because I don't have a lot of space, and because I want to get in a lot of things, I use container. So I do have a lot more to show you in the future, but this is it right now. So that's it, guys. And you can find me on Instagram at Kim's Homestead Living, where I take pictures of what I do and post, as well as my business, my other business, Kim's Nuts and Seeds, where I sell grains and nuts and dried fruits, chamomile, spirulina, and the list goes on. So that's Kim's Nuts and Seed on Instagram.